Well, as you can see, the title says DJI Mini 3 Pro Trouble? We'll see. I can get out of this fog today. It's not cloud so much as fog today. Rolling through, but I'm going to come out of it. Now, I'm probably going to show you where the trouble started. Boom! I'm up in the air already. I lost the takeoff. The file was corrupted for some reason. So I lost the first minute or so of flight. So that was the first problem I had, and not sure why or what happened, but could not process it. So here I am, headed due north with the Mini 3 Pro. This is a very, very, very windy day. Wind is a steady 20 mile an hour with 22 to 25 mile an hour gusts. So, and I believe sometimes it was higher than that, to be honest with you. But I decided to take her out, and I'm flying her into the wind right now with the extended battery on there. So I wanted to see how she would do as far as time-wise flying into the wind with the extended battery. And she did all right for a while anyway. So we'll see what happens. As you can see, the horizon is tilted just a little bit, as usual with most DJI products. The wind is blowing from my right and to my back, and I'm flying with the wind, but it's also blowing, like I said, from the right side of the drone, and that's why you're getting that little tilt. It doesn't take much to, on these lightweight drones, to get a little tilt into them, you know, when the wind is riding that fast. But anyway, like I said, I wanted to see how she'd do in the wind on the way back and how the battery would hold up. So here we go. Normally I'd be in cine mode, but with the wind as strong as it is, I am in normal mode. I did not switch to sport mode, although for a while I thought I was going to, with the things that happen, as you'll probably see it in the video coming up. I have not watched the video yet. This is the first time I've seen it also. So anyway, there's a road there called Blue River Road, and that's the little Blue River right there. Pretty polluted little river, but there's pockets of catfish in it, that's for sure. So anyway, as we make our way north, the battery is doing pretty good. I didn't start out with quite a full battery. I think she was about 90% somewhere in there when I started out. Maybe not quite that much, but I had plenty of full batteries with me, but I thought I had one in that I hadn't flown on yet, but I had done some updating or something on this battery, so it was a little bit lower than full. So anyway, we're looking at the green grass of home, so to speak. The Mini 3 was handling the wind great. I mean, flying with the wind. I mean, didn't have any problems at all. In fact, she usually does pretty good flying against the wind too. The only big problem I ever have with her is the tilt, horizon tilt, and it's not, you know, when I get a crossways wind at any kind at all, but it's not as bad as the Mini 2. The Mini 2 sometimes it looks like that thing's just at a 45-degree angle when you're coming back and the wind's blowing sideways to you. So anyway, this was going to be a pretty standard flight out with the wind, but not too much longer. She's going to lose signal. So we'll keep going until she does here. She had been doing real good on signal-wise, and I'm not sure what's going to happen when the video, when the signal drops out. I can tell you right now what it looked like on the controller was it lost signal, and I lost video signal also, and she just froze. So I tried to put her in return to home, and nothing happened for a while. So I sat there for a little while. Then she went in to return to home, and it looks like she just stopped and didn't do anything, and I didn't have any video feed. Then for a short time I got a video feed back, and so we'll see what the video shows here. It should be happening pretty soon here. I don't know. Like I said, I have not watched this yet, so you're in for a surprise like I am. Still going north, but she's about at her rope's end as far as range right now. So she's on, I'm pretty sure she's on the latest firmware. She's on the 201 firmware. I think she's on the 0.168 or 0.68 or whatever it is. Boom. Okay, bam. Here's where she did the return to home. She dropped signal right there. And you see, I still got control of the video, or the gimbal. Now, for some reason, right up in here, I lose control of the video on the RC controller. It just freezes, and I don't know if it's going to freeze here or not. If not, then I wouldn't worry about it. But on the way back here, everything went. You know, I had no control. She just stopped, locked up, no video. Got video back, and then the return to home continued. And it looks to me like it's not going to show that in the video, so I'm not sure what the glitch was, but when she dropped out, when signal went completely bye-bye, and that little pause that you get, that's when everything started happening on my controller. So I don't know what caused that. But the video feed I hear looks good. So I'm happy with that. But I was nervous because I didn't think she was going to come back at first. And I had plenty of battery. I'm going with the wind now. So I was telling you wrong. When I was flying out, I was flying into the wind, and the wind was from my right, so not from behind me. So when she turned around, I had about 60% battery, maybe a little bit more, 62% or something like that. But she's coming back on return to home now, straight as an arrow. But I think I'm going to let it go on return to home for a little while, just because I'm a little bit antsy about losing the video feed and not having any control of the drone at all for a second. So I'm just, you know, you can't twist the Mini 3 around and fly sideways when she's coming back like you can on the Mini 2. So all you can do is move the gimbal up and down. So that's what I'm doing to make sure I still have control over that part of the flight anyway. So she's looking good coming back. I'm going to like I said, I was a little nervous after losing all that video feed and everything and control, so I'm letting her come back on return to home, but I will take over shortly here. Video seems to be real good. I haven't looked at the video, the screen recording on the controller yet. I'm going to process that next and look at that, and I'm thinking maybe that will show what actually happened to the video, and I'll process that and take a look at that later on. But I'm glad I do have that screen recording, because it is a scary moment, that's for sure. Anyway, you'll see when she stops up here, I'll take control back. It's a partly cloudy day, and the wind, like I said, UAV had wind on the ground at 20, gusts up to 27 at altitude, the altitude I'm at, and I'm right at 370 feet. So headed due south now, still on RTH, I believe. When you see it stop, you'll know that I've gained control over it again. And okay, there she should be stopping pretty quick here. Or maybe I was drinking. No, I don't drink. Anyway, I'm going to take over control here. You'll know, there, okay. I'm going to take over control because I've decided I want to fly. I've got enough battery left. I want to kind of veer my course a little bit. So I'm sure it's pretty soon. Anyway, the Mini 3 flew good till it dropped the signal and it got out to as far as she was going to go. And then she just started acting a little bit funny there. So it all seems to be normal now on the RTH. So I believe I have taken control. Yes, I have. I've got control now. And I've decided I've got enough battery left, and the controls weren't acting up anymore, so I'm going to take her for the rest of the flight. Some beautiful country out there. I'm going to fly over this little lake up here, this pond, I guess you want to call it, small lake. Get a shot of it, just eat up a little battery. Had right about now, I'm thinking I had 40-45% battery left, somewhere in there. Maybe a little bit less. But the wind, she was howling that today, and the girl flies good in the wind. I mean, other than a little tilt, you know, a little, I call it the DJI tilt. Other than that, she does real good in the wind, you know, for being what she is now. She's a little heavier than 249 grains, and she's registered with a plus batteries in there, so all is good there. So here in the USA, it doesn't matter about the 249 grains. You just got to give some money to the FAA, but that seems to have stopped too. So, but she is got that done, and she's flying real good. Now we're going to come back down the road towards our landing spot, and everything else tested great. No rain today. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I didn't get rained on. The Mini 3 stayed dry. She's been wet the last two flights. But the rain doesn't seem to bother her that much. You know, it's nothing I want to do. It's just that I've been caught in stray showers. You know, you get them cloudy days or partly cloudy days, and you get underneath one of those cumulonimbus clouds, and they let loose on you a little bit. So, but the rest of the flight up to the landing is a-okay. Like I said, I didn't see what happened in this video. You did see that I did lose the first part of the video feed, and you saw I was already up in the air when this recording started. I will process the screen recording and look at it next and see if that feed is unreadable on the screen recording also, and see if I can. I'm pretty sure I'm going to see the trouble that it was in way out there on the screen recording, because that's where it froze up at, and that's where the recording actually disappeared and the losing control, you know, showed up at. So I'm pretty sure it's going to show there. So anyway, I'm getting squared away here. Let's see, there I am. Nobody pestering me today, although there was a guy up in that red truck. Couldn't understand him, wasn't speaking English, but he had his windows down. He was good and loud, so I'm hearing that conversation. Now we're bringing her down, getting out of the wind. Quite pleased with it in the wind, to tell you the truth. The tilt's not as bad as the Mini 2. You know, I didn't get any warnings as far as high wind, even though, you know, I was in 25-mile-an-hour winds. I did not get any warnings, so that was pretty good. I didn't get any overheating warnings either, so she handled the wind very well today. So we're going to back her up and bring her on in for a landing now. We'll probably put this video out for you guys to see. You can see the clouds are Beautiful day, just partly cloudy day, but the wind is blowing pretty good, especially at altitude. So we're getting there, folks. Everybody, anyway, I want to thank you for watching the video. I don't make these videos for a bunch of people to watch, just kind of for family and I, but I like sharing them with family. That's how they get to see them. So everybody stay safe out there. If you fly, fly safe. We'll get a chance. We'll talk to you again soon. Here we go. Back home safe and sound.